I am about to have a conversation with my friend William Ramseur. Now, when William was last here, he had just broken into the world of celebrity fashion design, and I am super proud to share that since then he has continued to thrive, both personally and professionally. In this conversation, we will be name dropping celebrities. We will be talking about the ups and downs associated with living your dream, and we will be having a really good time. You can find more information at williamramseur.com and on Instagram at @ramslam. Hey, William, how are you?
I'm amazing. It's so good to see you.
You are amazing. It's really good to see you too. What is this shirt?
Is it too much?
This
is an artist named Austin James. He lives in New York and he does jewelry and he also makes these cool pieces of clothing and I think it's fun. It makes me have like a fake body.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Mr. Thickums over here. I had a tough time figuring out. It's like what do you wear for a video conversation with like a fashion icon in the works like you? I don't know. I was like, I'll just wear something brightly colored.
No, it's perfect. I know the first time we talked, I was like, I have to wear something that I made. And so I was like going through all the things and I was like, now I'm like, it's fine.
Yay, good. This cup says Coffee Slut.
Oh my gosh, I love.
Favorite mug. Yeah.
I have to be honest with you. I didn't fully understand the title of this podcast until yesterday. I was reading an interview of yours.
Yesterday?
Well, okay. I think maybe it's a double entendre, but I thought it was like when you go to brunch, there's bottomless mimosas. And I was like, bottomless coffee. That's so wholesome. And then I noticed you meant it was like pantsless. And I was like, oh.
It is both of those things.
I was like, should I take my pants off?
So many things. I'm not going to stop you.
But I have coffee just for the theme.
I'm not going to come to Los Angeles and make you take your pants off. I don't think anyone else has ever taken their pants off. Although Michael Wells did moon Brendan Phillips when he was still co-hosting here ages ago.
Yeah. Oh, funny. Or maybe people just didn't tell you they're not wearing pants.
Oh, that could be true. Okay, let us catch up. I went out to visit you in Los Angeles.
Yes.
That was beautiful. Thank you for like driving us around.
It was kind of a roller coaster, but it was the best weekend. We laughed, we cried, a wallet was lost and then found. It was like everything that could have happened that weekend happened. It rained. It never rains in LA.
Oh, that's true. It was Michael's birthday, right?
It was Michael's birthday. Yes.
And he's the one that lost his wallet.
I
was asleep for this. Go ahead.
He somehow lost his wallet at a party and then someone found it and happened to like message him on Instagram or something. The whole thing was like a little sus. And then we drove to this person's place of work and grabbed it. Everything was there.
I was awake for that part. He seemed very nice. Yes.
He was lovely, yeah.
But I remember Michael crying, or I remember being told that Michael cried. At that part, but earlier in that evening, he had like slipped and like smacked his face on cement steps with no effect at all. No, that was nothing. That's no big deal. But he lost his wallet and lost it.
He's a sensitive angel, and we love Michael. But
we do love him.
She's a crier, which I love. You know.
And we're in his wedding.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Coming up. I know. I'm excited for what you're going to wear. I'm going to rent something probably. Something really basic, but you're going to look great.
Well, I don't know. I think the thing that's kind of ironic is like I have a hard time with my own personal style when it comes to things that are like any amount of fancy. Like I kind of my brain like short circuits and I'm like, oh God, I have to wear a suit. And then I kind of end up looking like I'm going to like a trial or something. Like I haven't cracked the code with like how to look like gay, chic, fancy. So I have a few months to work on that.
Okay, I'm going to skip a little bit ahead and just ask you about like kind of your process because you've done some really impressive things for other people. So why is it that you're not doing impressive things for yourself? You know, like just take what you're doing for them and apply it to you.
Yeah, I think, well, it's funny because I got into this really because I loved making stuff for myself. And I've strayed from that a little, but I do kind of like to make things when I have the chance. It sort of reinvigorates my love for it when I get to make something for myself. But I kind of have to have like an occasion or like a concert that I'm going to, a party, although I feel like I used to dress up for parties way more in the past. But
Okay, now what if it's a wedding?
a wedding, that's a really good occasion. Yeah, maybe I'll make a suit for the wedding. Gosh, you know.
I mean, I think you'll probably give a toast.
Yes, yeah. It would be
Yeah, are
a
you the best
fabulous
man?
opportunity. I am the best man. Yeah, I'll definitely do something.
Oh, okay, I'm
I know.
excited for
We've been
you.
friends since we were like 14. I'm excited.
Okay. So went to visit in LA, had a beautiful time, listened to a lot of Ariana Grande,
Yeah, we did. That album had just come out.
Chef's Kiss.
Yeah.
There were brunches, there were
Mm.
bars. There was some concern I was getting too comfortable in a bar. I was like, I love it here. I'm staying forever.
You do tend to command whatever space you're in, and I think you like really. I don't remember that exact moment, but I just looked over and you were like so in your element, and I was like, Jerome's
We
rocking
have to
this
leave.
party. Yeah, get us out of here. No, that was
But
a
I had
fun
a
weekend.
wonderful time. Yeah.
Me too.
Well, I feel like a lot of occasions, to your thought there, a lot of events, a lot of like life is what you make it, and a lot of what you make it has to do with the people that are around you.
Yeah.
And I was just around wonderful people like
Me
you.
too. I know. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to this bachelor party too because I do think it's going to be a similar mix of people. Like, it's fun when people from like 15 years of friendship hang out. It's really
Yeah,
magical.
I agree. I agree. And you're doing such incredible things. Like last time we spoke,
Mm.
you had hung up. You were telling the story about how you hung up on someone
Yes.
who was like a pretty big deal. I think
Uh-huh.
still considered to be a big deal. But you weren't comfortable sharing who that person was that you could
Yeah.
work for. Are you comfortable sharing that now, or do you want to still hold on to that one?
No, I can share now. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. So yeah, I
Okay.
received a call from someone I kind of knew, but I didn't realize he worked in styling. And he asked if I could replicate a dress for his client. And the client was Beyonce. And I freaked out. I mean, understandably, I have to say, like, I'd been out of school for literally like 2 weeks. And so I'm getting calls asking to make something for Beyonce. I just had so much imposter syndrome. I mean, maybe rightfully so. I was like, I don't know if I can make something that this like icon can wear. But I ended up calling back and saying, yes, I can do it. I did the job. It was successful, but it was for the Renaissance music videos, which, as we all know, never came out. So
Yeah.
the videos never came out. I don't think she even ever wore the dress.
Sure.
I ended up completely unrelated, ended up working on those videos as a tailor. So I was on set while they filmed a lot of those, which was really fun to see. And I'm super bummed that they didn't get released. But there was a
Yeah.
moment where I was walking through this massive soundstage and there was just like racks and racks and racks as far as the eye can see of clothes. And I was like, my dress is not going to be,
You're
there's
like
just
somewhere
no
in
way.
here.
It's like somewhere in the back, like on the ground. But that was it really stressed me out. And it was kind of a good lesson because I got so excited about it and I was telling my mom about it and I was thinking like, okay, what's the like Instagram post I'm going to make? And it
Oh,
didn't
sure.
happen. And it was like the first of many little letdowns. And it was kind of like a good lesson
Oh,
to be like, don't try not to get so excited about something until it's really happening because it's hard.
sure.
There's a lot of
Sure.
things we make that don't get used.
But there was so much in that experience. Like
Yeah.
it's such a rich experience, and I feel like it sets you up to where you can then work for. I want to say, was it maybe Joe Jonas
Yeah.
afterwards, or one of the Jonas Brothers afterwards? And you're like, yeah,
Hmm.
I can do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know, it's funny. I just think like it was all happening when I look back at that conversation we had. It was such like a nice. I'm glad we did it because for many reasons, but I'm glad we did it because
Mhm.
it's like a time capsule of where my head was at right after school. It was like right when I was beginning my career,
Yeah.
and I was so anxious, but I guess I kind of want to give myself some grace because I was really green and I was starting to get these jobs that were like almost too big for my britches. Like I really felt like kind of fake it till you make it at the beginning. And I did,
There
like,
you
I
go.
think I did a good job, but I want to let myself feel that anxiety a little because I was put in some pretty intense situations. Like I was still in school when I was doing all the things we talked about last time. I was like
Amazing.
doing these jobs at night and then waking up and like turning in my homework in the morning. It was like very surreal to be studying for a career that I was already kind of working in. So I had a lot on my plate and I was slightly breaking
Yeah.
down, but I think understandably
You're
a
like, was
little
I
bit.
crashing out? Yes. Did I do it?
Yes.
Also, yes.
Yeah, it was a really busy time for me. So I'm proud that I did it and I had my head on my shoulders as best I could. There was a few like breakdowns, but when haven't we all had a little breakdown?
I mean, what a beautiful omelet you've made.
Yeah,
Um, okay, but that was what, a year and a half ago?
I think even longer. It was like almost 3 years ago. 3 years, maybe in like May or
No.
June.
Oh my God.
Definitely two
I
years. We'll
gotta,
say 2 years.
I gotta do this more often.
Yeah, I know.
Um, tell us about what's happened since Beyonce.
Yeah.
A few highlights, not the big one. The big
Mm-hmm.
one is gonna get its
Yeah, we'll
own
save some of
question.
that.
Yeah, that one's coming up next, but the
Right,
road bit.
yeah. Well, I'll talk about like the year that right after we spoke, I just was saying yes to everything. Like any job that came my way, I was tailoring, I was on set, I was, making things and pattern making and I was just kind of doing everything I could and trying to figure out what resonated with me, what maybe stressed me out too much. Right after that I did like an outfit for one of the drag race girls for Selena Estides for the drag race promo. And that job was hard for me, like doing these these
Yeah.
builds on my own. I was still trying to figure out like how does this work? How I don't have um, many people there's not like a rule book for it. So I was just trying to figure out myself like how does this process work? And I had a really stressful time with that. But then I ended up doing it. It worked out. And then I was like in New York in Times Square and I look up and see the like RuPaul commercial on Times Square and I saw this outfit that I made in Times
Oh
Square. It
my
was like
God.
such a pinch me moment. And I called my mom and I like probably cried. Um,
Yay.
so little things like that. I started having kind of moments where people would get excited about the things I made. I did a really cool show in San Francisco with Lil Nas X and this artist named Jackson Wang.
Yes.
And I met Athena Lawton, who became like one of my creative partners and is someone that I look up to so much. Athena really like took me under their wing and we've done a lot of projects since, but that's when I really felt like I elevated not only my craft, but like the jobs that I was doing, these huge scale live events. I was working as their pattern maker and lead fabricator for years. We still work together. So that was sort of a
Yeah.
turning point for me.
You're always so grateful and you're always so thoughtful about like how many other people it takes
Hmm.
to get anything done, to really accomplish
Yeah.
anything.
Hmm.
All of your Instagram posts are like gratitude posts.
I
It's like,
know.
yeah, cool picture of Lil Nas X. And you're like, and thank you to this
I
lengthy
know.
list of people who deserve the credit
Yeah.
for their assistance. And I mean, I love it.
I've had moments where I've been on both ends of that, where someone really took the time to credit me and take time to thank me. And then I've had moments where I've done a lot of work and they don't mention me and it's hard. So I want to make sure that I carry that into my career, making sure to give gratitude for the people who helped because there's a lot. And then sometimes I'm like, I didn't tag everyone. I didn't tag like the lighting designer. Like there's, if you really went down the list, it'd be like hundreds of names. So I have to kind of sometimes think like, where do I draw the
Sure.
line? But yeah.
I mean, I think it's wonderful. I think it's a testament to you, like as an artist, thinking of
Mm,
other artists, as a business person, thinking about other people in the industry. I think it's really wonderful, and I think it's going to help continue to get you hired.
yeah,
Frankly, I think it's a good business practice, and
totally.
it's
Yeah.
clearly working. Like, maybe that's not the one thing that's doing it, but just keep doing everything that you're doing,
Yeah. Well,
including
it's true. I think
that.
people want to work with people that they work well with. And, there's really talented people that have a bad reputation just because they didn't fit in with the work environment or they were nasty. And that doesn't get you very far, uh,
Yeah.
in this world.
This is a good time because I reached out to someone who put out an Instagram post and they
Okay.
said, I am manifesting getting to
Hmm.
work with celebrities
Oh,
or what have you. I know.
yeah.
I was like, oh, good for you. And I was like, well, I'm going to have a chat with at Ram Slam in a
Yeah.
couple of days. Do you have a question
Oh my
that
gosh.
you want me to ask? And they were, like you, too anxious
Oh,
to come up with like a question to
yeah.
ask. And I think maybe that gratitude piece is like an
Mm,
easy answer for that.
totally.
It's
Yeah.
like, remember the people that have been with you on your journey and that have
For
helped you.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I think, be nice to everyone. It sounds so cheesy, but like you never know. And these connections, it really is such a word of mouth industry. And it's like, um, the littlest things can like leave a bad taste in someone's mouth. So it's helpful to be really, I mean, it's also nice. It's lovely to be nice to everyone and it comes back
Yeah.
to you. I
Yeah.
love that. I've been thinking a lot about like manifesting and it sounds so woo woo, but just like, setting goals, setting intentions, really working hard towards something. That's been like a reoccurring theme for me this last year is manifesting. And I think there's
Oh, that's nice.
a lot to it. But yeah, tell this person to reach out if they want. I love talking to people.
Okay. I will. You'd like him anyway. Former guests on the show.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Um,
great.
uh, yeah. Speaking of word of mouth and how you got from Beyonce to this next person that we'll talk about in like a couple of minutes,
Yeah.
um, are you finding that you are stuck to the LA market? Or
Hmm.
are you also getting calls from people in New York or Chicago or what have you?
Interesting. Yeah.
Minneapolis, who knows? Who's to say?
I do feel like there's a bit of a, for me, I can't speak to everyone. There's like a bit of a disconnect between New York and LA in terms of like work opportunities. I think New York is very like fashion driven and LA feels very like entertainment driven. So I haven't
Mm.
had a lot of jobs that kind of cross over. I've worked with stylists who are based out of New York, but for the most part, it's still things that are like shooting in LA. But that being said, I work on these large shows with Athena. We do, it's like such a niche. We do like opening ceremonies for large events, usually like video games. We just did the Esports World Cup.
Oh yeah.
We've done like League of Legends World Champions. So we work a lot in other countries. We were in Riyadh this year, Saudi Arabia. We were in
For the comedy festival or for something
it was
else?
the Esports World Cup. We've worked
Oh,
over there a
that
few
one. Okay.
times. League of Legends we've done in Seoul. So we do a lot of international shows, but they do tend to be LA based teams. So yeah, I don't know. I'd love
Interesting.
to work in other cities more.
I would love to have you back later to talk about these experiences in other countries because they
Oh
sound
yeah,
really fascinating. But I feel
it is.
like I have alluded to big news. Okay, so back when we were both living in Atlanta,
Hmm.
we were hanging out, we were having a wonderful time. And you mentioned earlier just today that you were making costumes for yourself at the
Yes.
time. Costumes, fashions.
Hmm.
I think there were parties you were throwing,
Oh
and
yeah.
my outfits were certainly more costumey than
Yeah.
design. So
I'm not
I would say
offended by the word costume. Like I think people get like
okay,
all
okay,
up in a twist about like fashion versus costume, and sometimes when I say I work in costume design, people are like it's fashion, and I'm like it's all a costume. Like everything we put on is a costume. This is a costume in a way, So like I'm not
yeah,
offended by that term at all.
okay, good. Well, I'm playing it safe. I get in the
Yeah.
comments and let me know what do you
Right.
think it
Yeah.
should
No.
be. But one of those parties, it's fun to think back on because the
Mm,
theme was like dress up like this person who now you have worked with.
okay.
And I'm just like I'm just obsessed with this idea of you idolizing someone for
Yeah.
so long, and finally getting to work with them. So if you could
Hmm.
please tell us about this wonderful experience.
Yes. Yeah. I guess you're alluding to Lady Gaga. It's
I am wearing.
It is
Ah!
really wild. She was my favorite artist since she came out in like 2008. She's been like
Yeah.
my not only dream client but like my diva. Like if they say gays are like assigned a diva at birth, and like for me it's always
Yes.
been Gaga. And I, I almost like hesitate to give her so much credit, but I feel like she's a huge inspiration for why I'm even in fashion and why I'm interested in artistic, self expression. There was like this little fire in me, and then she just kind of like poured gasoline all over it. And so many of the decisions I made were sort of informed by this like love of Gaga. Like just having parties that had a costume or a theme, or like, you know, we would go out, and it kind of gave me permission to lean into that like weirdness. And I thought, you know, if Gaga's doing this, I can do this. And of course, she was inspired by Bowie and Madonna and Grace Jones. Like, it's not like she invented this concept, but for me, it was the first time that it was like on my radar. And I was like, oh, this is someone that's really resonating with me. I
Yeah.
was obsessed, to say the least. And it really was like it was how I was sort of and introduced to like McQueen and some of these big designers that it wasn't on my radar at all. So I do owe her a lot when it comes to like the way that I viewed art and creation, and what like kind of toss the rules out, and just like we really would dress crazy and have fun. And a lot of that was like in this Gaga era. So
100%.
I had always wanted
Um,
to work with her. Yeah.
okay, though, but you're having these parties like 10, 12 years before
Mm,
you get the call, presumably, or email or what have you,
yeah.
to work on this project. Did you hang up on this person when they called you and asked if you wanted to work for Gaga?
Kind of. So I will tell you.
You're killing me.
No, no, no. Okay. When it was announced that Gaga was headlining Coachella, speaking of manifestations, I was like,
Mm.
I am going to work on this show. Like, I don't care what I do on the show. I will like do the dishes for the crew. I'm going to work on this show. I'm going to do something to be a part of
Yeah.
Gaga Coachella.
I've
And
never seen
I
you do
believed,
dishes.
no,
That'd be interesting.
totally. I believed it so hard that my mother's birthday is April 3rd. The show is like early April, and she wanted to come have a trip to LA for her birthday, which is beautiful. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, you can't come for your birthday trip because I'm going to be working with Gaga. There was no like hint or suggestion that I would have this job, but I just believed it so hard. And I like put all of my energy into making this happen. So
Wow.
I was working on another show with Athena. It was like Sierra and Missy Elliott. It was like very Atlanta millennial
Hot.
wet dream.
Yes.
And
Me.
yeah, it was so fun. And so, but I was doing, making this huge jacket for Missy. And it was like one of those days where I just knew I was going to have to pull an all nighter, which I hate. I'm too old. I was
Mm.
too old for all nighters when I was like 25. And now that I'm 36, I'm like way too old for an all nighter. But it was just like, that's what it had to happen because they were flying the next morning. And it was
Mm.
like 8 p.m. And I get a cold call from this guy named Nick, who I learned later is Nick Royal from the styling team, Hardstyle. And he just calls me out of the blue and was like, hi, I got your number. I'm shooting a video with Lady Gaga tomorrow, and we need these two outfits made for the morning. And I was so stunned, I like couldn't talk, and he just kept rambling on and on and on. And I finally had to like cut him off. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I really hate to waste any more of your time, but I'm already working on a project. I can't do it. And he was like, okay, thanks. And I was like, but please, like, please keep me in mind. Like, if there's any more work, please keep me in mind. And he's like, okay, whatever. Hangs up. And I'm like, I had an assistant over helping me, and I was like about to cry. And she's like, what's wrong? I was like, I just had to say no to Gaga. Like, it was like the call that I'd been wanting for my whole life, and I had to say no.
Yeah.
But I was like, I am on their radar. Someone in this camp knows my name and has my number.
Yeah.
And so I just like held on to that. I was so hopeful that like something more would come from it.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. I mean, that was for the Disease music video. And then my
Oh.
friend Iggy worked on Abracadabra video, and I was like trying to get all the tea from him, and I was like so jealous that he was working on it. And so I was like begging him. I was like, if you hear of anything for Coachella, please let me know. And he's actually the reason I got this job. I owe everything to him.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I
Thank
know.
you.
So yeah, then like I guess so Coachella was April. It was like into February maybe we started having conversations about Coachella, and he
Yeah. What did
was
you do? People aren't gonna know. You gotta tell.
totally. So Iggy was asked to help put teams together to make this intro dress, which she wears, which is this like massive red dress that's 14 feet tall, and also the jacket that was for Zombie Boy. Both of those included props. So he does a lot of like fabrication for shows that are like bigger than life, or like architectural, maybe like clothing that's made of not fabric. Like he does a lot of like foam and sculpting and metal. So they had reached out to him to kind of secure people to make these pieces, and he sent them to me and was like, "Are do either of these speak to you?" And I was like, "Both."
Oh.
I was like, "I want to do it all." So we realized that was crazy, and we had Athena lead on the opening outfit, and I would do the patterning and the fabrication for them, and then I would lead on the Zombie Boy skeleton jackets, which also included like a bunch of dancers wearing these jackets.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And like at this point, when you see the designs that are presented to you, are
Mm-hmm.
you like, oh, okay, yeah, these are speaking to me, but they're going to speak to so many other people?
Mm.
Because now both of those looks are, I think, literally iconic. I think it's fair to call them that. Like they've like
Yeah,
inspired art. I've seen
I
drawings
know.
of them from other people. Like,
I know. I see recreations of them. I've seen Halloween
yeah,
costumes of them.
Halloween costumes.
Yeah, it's been really
Yes.
fun to see. But I think we had like, I don't know how Iggy had done this, but we had like kind of secured the job. Like it wasn't like I had to fight for it necessarily. They were sort of especially with the opening outfit, they were sort of like, we don't know how to make this. If you know how to make this, please help us. Like they were
Oh.
kind of, I think they had this concept and they couldn't wrap their head around how to make it. I mean, we couldn't either. Originally, we had lots of meetings about it. But Athena and I got to go meet with the hardstyle, the styling team, and we went to their studio. And I walk in and I'm so nervous. And you have to remember, I'm like the biggest Gaga fan. So we walk in the room and
Yes.
it's like floor to ceiling, wall to wall mood boards of Coachella. And it's like
Wow.
all the songs, the set list, like all these images. There's like a rendering of the stage. So I'm in there trying to act really professional, and I'm just like, like trying not to lose it. And so we meet with them, and they're kind of like, how do we do this? Like we're all just like, it's larger than life. How do we make a 14-foot dress?
Yeah.
They're teaming up with this set design company called Jet Sets in LA, and so they made the cage that the outfit's built around. But like the bodice and what she wears once she comes out of it, we had to conceptualize and design and
Wow.
make. Yeah.
What was the hardest part for you, I guess? Was it keeping your cool, or was there actual like production
there
of the
was
garment?
there was a lot
Yeah.
of changes and a lot of like bumps in the road during that whole process. We worked for less than a month on those, and lots of things changed throughout. Uh, we it was, I think for me, like I'm really happy that I made both of them and I have them in my portfolio. I couldn't be happier. But in retrospect, like doing both at the same time was a bit of a challenge. So it was a
Yeah, but
lot
you
of
did
really
it.
long
So
days. Yeah, I did. I had a lot of really long days, a lot of really hard days, and it was overwhelming, but it was really special. I mean, it was honestly like the pinnacle of my career right now. So I couldn't be happier.
yay!
But
I'm so
we
proud.
made like a mock-up of, I made the patterns for both, and then I made like a really beautiful mock-up of the jacket to have a
Yeah.
fitting. And I even like hired an assistant because I wanted it to be so beautiful. And then we made a muslin of the intro bodice with the big shoulders, and so we brought both of them to a little rehearsal studio where we were going to fit Gaga, and I was like pouring sweat. Like I just like, I don't know how I held it together, but we met her. She came in.
Oh,
She was very
really?
polite. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That was the first time I met her, and she was just. It was like I kind of just sort of like left my brain, and I
Yeah.
worry that I was trying to play it so cool that I was like almost like cold. Like I just was like really really trying not to fangirl out, but
Sure.
we fit
Like,
both of
like I
those.
know you. I know
Yeah,
you, and that was the right decision.
I know. So we fit the opening one, and it was really cool because she was like super collaborative, and we got to talk about like, well, she might wear something underneath, so the sleeves need to be even bigger, and we were really talking about proportions and like performability in it. Like that was her biggest priority, is being able to perform,
Yeah.
because it's like she's such an artist, she's such a performer. she was like, I don't
Yeah.
care if it's like the coolest looking thing in the world. If I can't perform in it, then to me, it's not going to work. So it was
I
nice
just
to
want
be
to.
able, yeah.
Well, I just want to chime in on something I'm hearing. You're like kind of second guessing, maybe still
Mm,
about how you were. Like, I want to just remind you, like, professionally, Gaga was your inspiration for
yeah.
getting into this game, and
Mm-hmm.
so I would never second guess a decision to be professional
Yeah,
around
yeah.
the person who inspired you to get into the profession.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
100% right decision.
Totally.
Yeah,
And
and you
we
did
worked
it.
we worked so hard on that. We were around I was around her many times through that, and I was always hoping there would be like an opportunity for me to say like, just so you know, I'm a huge fan. I've always admired your work. This means so much to me.
Yeah,
And there truly wasn't a moment that felt like that would be appropriate. It was always very much like, we're at work, we're working on this. It felt like it would, I don't know. I never felt like I had the right moment to say that. But maybe one day
sure,
if I ever work with her again, I will. But yeah, so we
maybe.
tried on both of those. We tried on the jacket, and she was like, "Oh, I'm really excited about this one." Like she just she just was very encouraging throughout the whole thing. And so we go home, work for another week, and we make the real ones. I mean, this is like really skimming over. There was a lot of
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
a
okay.
lot of changes. A lot of things happened. We had this huge team. I had 8 people that I was hiring to make all the jackets for all the dancers while I was working on hers. They with 4 days before we were going to start rehearsing in costume, they changed the color. So we made all 9 of these jackets and then remade all 9 of them in a completely different color, which was crazy. We worked like
Oh,
insane people the last 3 days, but I'm really glad we did. We landed on this beautiful like blue purple that just like buzzes on stage. It's really gorgeous. And we
yeah.
found these awesome embroidery people called Altessa Embroidery in LA, and they did this like incredible gold embroidery on the jacket.
Oh, yes.
Um, so then we flew to Vegas with them. I brought them on the plane. I'm like holding it like my child. Land in Vegas. We drop them off at the costume department and meet the wardrobe supervisor. And she has already received the dancer jackets. And she's like, I'm such a fan of your work. Like, you did beautiful work. Like, everyone's just like really lovely over there. And
Yes.
so we're waiting for the fitting, and I'm waiting outside the dressing room. And so they're like, okay, we're ready for you. And I walk in the room, and she already has on the blue jacket. And just
Uh,
seeing like my icon wearing something that I've spent so much time on,
yeah.
I really got really teary eyed. And
Yes.
she was just really complimentary. And I mean, there was a lot of things that were made for the show that didn't make it into the final show, like a lot of outfit options. And so I'm really
Sure.
grateful that she loved it. I put a lot of hard work into it. And she just kept
Yeah.
like every like 30 seconds, she was like, oh, it's so good. Like she just kept like really
Ah,
expressing her excitement about it. And I'm like, I couldn't be happier. And in that moment, I didn't know this show. I hadn't seen a run of the show yet, but like in that moment, she said, I want to wear this for How Bad Do You Want Me? Because she was only going to wear it for Zombie Boy with the skeletons. And while I was in the room with
sure.
her, she decided she'd wear it for that song. And I didn't really know what that meant. And then later that day, we were watching like a costume run through, and she does Zombie Boy. All the girls are in their jackets, and I'm like so excited. And then she goes off stage and comes back with the piano, and she's still wearing that jacket. And I like really cried. That was like the first time I like really cried. And I was just
Yeah.
like,
Good.
I think this is going to be a really big moment. And then she comes out from the piano and walks. She's like strutting the stage in it. It's really one of the only moments in the whole show where she's on stage alone. And it just like it
Yeah.
had its moment. There wasn't like a skeleton in front of it. Like I just knew it was going to get a lot of photos and video and
And what a beautiful, like, emotional journey to go from, like, get the call from Beyonce, the
yeah.
nervousness, to the work, to the warehouse, to like the realization that,
Hmm.
oh, it's not going to happen, to getting to all the way years down the road to someone you actually
Mm.
idolize, like wanting to say, actually, I want to wear this more.
Yeah, I know. And I will say I've done a lot of growth in the last few years.
Yeah,
As
you have.
stressful as that job was, I always felt confident throughout, and I knew that we were going to create something really beautiful. So I was having
And
less imposter syndrome through that job, and I sort of it didn't like fully hit me that I was working for Gaga. Um, until kind of like later. Like I watched the show. I didn't go to Coachella. I watched the show from my friend's place, and
What?
we had a big viewing party.
What about your mom?
I know. But there was just like
You know
so
she's
much.
listening. Sorry.
I know. Yeah. Well, no, I mean the Coachella was like the 11th. It was just like when she was gonna come, it would have been like I was in Vegas working. I mean, I'm glad I told her
Okay.
not to actually in the end.
Yeah, it worked
There was a moment though that I took all the harnesses that like hold the skeletons home because I was gonna add something on them. And there was like a miscommunication, and the styling team didn't know they were doing a dress rehearsal in the desert. And they called me and they were like, "Can you be on a helicopter at 7 p.m.? We need to get these harnesses to Coachella." And
What?
I was
What?
like, I actually said no. I was done. I was so fried. I was so exhausted. I wanted to watch with my friends. But I mean, helicoptering harnesses to Lady Gaga would have been like that could have been the name of this podcast if I'd done it.
Honestly.
Like it would have like summed up my entire career dreams in one sentence, but I didn't do it. I watched with my friends,
Okay.
which was even better. But that moment, like seeing it on TV and seeing it,
Yeah.
everyone's reaction to it, all my friends like screaming, I knew it would be an exciting moment, and that's like when it really hit me. Because I think I was always in like such a work headspace that I couldn't let myself be a fan. And then when I got to watch it, I was like, oh, that's Gaga. Oh, I made that. It's just like I get chills when I think about it.
I love it. Okay, Gaga, amazing. I lived through that. But that was a little while ago. It's been
that was
months.
in April. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although I did,
it's kind of like, oh, go ahead.
I did another. They asked me to do this jacket a second time when she had her performance in Rio. So they wanted to include a few costumes that were like paying an homage to the Brazilian flag, and so they asked if I'd be interested in making that jacket a second time in yellow. It has like yellow with blue embroidery, and Nick called me again, and I didn't. I didn't answer again. This is like a bad habit of mine. I was so tired and so exhausted from this show, and there was just like so much chaos at the end, and I was like, "Oh God, what is he calling me about?" But then he texted me, and he was like, "I hope he doesn't watch this." He texted me, and he was like, "No, I hope he's gonna love it." He texted and said, "We want to make this jacket again, in yellow," and this was Monday night. They needed it Thursday morning because they were flying to Rio. And he was like, "Is this even possible?" And I was like, "Well, you're the one asking, so like we'll try." So I like call the embroidery people. I wake up Tuesday really early, buy the fabric, drop it off to them, figure out how to help them embroider it. They finish at like midnight on Tuesday.
Wow.
I wake up Wednesday morning at like 6 a.m. and make this jacket and finish at like 6 a.m. Thursday. Drive it to the team. And then Friday night, she's in Rio wearing it. And I think it's like
incredible.
It's this like massive free concert on the beach. I think they reported like 2.5 million people were there. I think it's like one of the biggest concerts like in the history of the world. So having my work, of course I was going to do it. I didn't even charge that much. I was like, I'll do this for free for Mother.
Okay.
So that was really, really awesome.
Yeah. No. Nick, I hope you are watching. My friend's not.
Yeah. It wasn't free, but after all that, it doesn't matter. It was good. I'm glad I did it. And it was cool to have that moment. And then because it was like the yellow for the flag, like that photo of her wearing it was like out a lot when it was talking about like this show, and like it was like record breaking, and that was really fun.
Oh my God.
And then I slept for like 2 weeks.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you're taking time to relax for yourself a little bit. Because I was wondering like if that was Coachella and then Brazil, you like literally lived a dream. Like you accomplished a goal that you kind of set out to do. And now it's like, what are you going to think about what's next?
I know. It really was like my dream client, my dream job, even like bigger than I could have imagined. Because when I dreamt about working on this show, I thought I would be like tailoring or making something for dancers. But to make like 2 out of like 6 outfits that she wore, it's really spectacular. And like seeing people recreate it and seeing photos of it and art of it, and It was also one of the first times in my career where people really like took the time to find my name and to repost, like tagging
Mm.
me. I got a lot of sort of attention from that. And it's also the first job where people are like going crazy about it. Like when I go out, everyone's always like really excited, and still like months later people still talk about that show. So it definitely was like a turning point for my career.
Okay, so then do you feel like you're like in a kind of a basking phase, kind of still like soaking it all in phase, or have you identified like your next lifelong
Mhm.
dream, or are you
Yeah.
just like, you know, chill out, Jerome. I don't need like this just happened.
I mean, I'm still working really consistently, so I've been busy still, but I do have this dream of having my own brand. That's kind of been in the back of
Ooh.
my head for years, and I think as much as I love what I'm doing and the jobs that I'm doing, I'm still kind of at the mercy of stylists to reach out to me and hire me. So I would love to be able to create my own work, create my own jobs, and I
Mm.
think that could look like having like a little online store. I really have been interested in working with leather a lot lately. So, like leather garments and like leather
Yeah,
jackets and leather pants. Not necessarily like kinky leather, but maybe.
why
But
not?
I really want to have like I really want to put some energy into making like a collection and having my brand. Finally, I've been talking about it for like 10 years. So that would
I
be next. That
mean,
would be a next dream.
I support it. I love it. If you need someone to wear a sample,
Yeah,
that's fine. I'll just
totally.
send you my measurements. No big deal. Oh no, I could fly back out to
Yeah, come
LA.
here for
Oh, we can get back
fitting. I
together.
know, yes,
Oh, that'd be
please.
so cute. Yeah, just send the helicopter. No problem.
I know. I think that would be my next like dream or my next goal. And I think having
Yeah.
like more opportunities to do my own sketching and designs, because a lot of times people come to me with a sketch and I make the patterns and fabricate these things, which is fun and awesome. But it's also
Yeah.
nice to have a little bit more of my like design hand in it. And I have since then have had a couple opportunities. I got to design an outfit for Kesha for her tour this year, which was really
I
fun.
saw that one. I loved it.
And talking of
It was really fun.
manifesting, I was like in Palm Springs with my boyfriend and we were watching like a music video of Kesha and I was like, ah, she's such an icon. Like I would love to work with her. Literally like a week later, I got a call asking if I would want to make a custom for her. And
Yeah.
that opportunity was like so bizarre and wild. And that job went really smooth. Like I feel like I'm really kind of settling into this industry and this world, and I just like had a lot of confidence doing that job. I went to her
Well, it
house.
was. Oh my gosh. Okay,
I went
talk
to
about
Kesha's
that. I
house
was going to
to
talk about
like.
the jock straps, but tell me about
Oh
the
yeah,
house.
well, the stylist was like, I actually called me and talked me through the whole show and all the mood boards, which was really cool. And then she was like, if any of these kind of speak to you, but she's like, we have this idea of making an outfit out of underwear or jock straps, and that kind of has your name all over it. And I like that. Like when someone tells me that like something makes them think of me, it just makes me think I
Yeah.
have like a brand identity. And if it's
Yes,
underwear, I'll take it. It's underwear.
you
But
do.
so we made an outfit out of real jock straps, and she had kind of sent some photos and sketched something, and then I sketched something different, and they were like, "Oh, we love this one actually." So I got to design it,
Awesome.
and went to Kesha's house to take her measurements, which was like I've gotten to the point where I don't really get too nervous meeting these people, but sometimes it's like
Oh,
it's
good.
just bizarre. Like I've been watching you
It's
for like
Kesha.
10 years, and to like now be in the room with you, like touching you and talking, and we're like laughing, and it just was like it was really fun. And then I made the outfit, we did a fitting, and had that like familiarity, and she recognized me and hugged me, and it was really
Oh,
special. It went really well. That job
good.
went super well. And then I was gonna say I was in Riyadh working on this other show when the show happened here in LA. But they were like, if you want to come to any other shows, you're welcome to. So I noticed she was in Atlanta around the same time I had to go to Nashville for something. So I was like, oh, perfect. I'll go to Atlanta and see Kesha. And I was going to bring a friend. And when I got there, I was like, you know what? I should take my mom. So I took my mom
Aw.
to the Kesha concert, and we had the best time. And she was like, everyone within like 10-foot radius, she was telling like, oh, my son made this outfit. Like she was living.
Ah.
We had it was so
Yay.
special. It was like probably the first time she's seen my work in real life or in
Oh,
person, I should say.
beautiful.
So that was really fun.
Now, I think you mentioned a boyfriend.
Yes.
I
Hmm.
love that we're straying back into personal
Okay, good.
territory.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've got a boyfriend now. I always thought you'd end up being poly. I was like, just the one boyfriend?
I
Are
know.
we sure? I
Well,
see him
there
on
were.
Instagram. He's very handsome.
He's so sweet. His name's Michael, and I love him so much. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been a really, really big support of mine, and he's helped me through some of those, like when that anxiety kind of creeps back in.
yeah.
Um, he's a really good support system, and he doesn't work in the industry at all. He works in government actually, but
Oh,
he
interesting.
uh, he is like my rock.
I think you were also like sober for a time, or at least you were like just not drinking
Yeah,
for a
I'm
little
still not
bit.
drinking.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were gonna like
Yeah.
accidentally not drink for a long time or what.
Hmm. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily like the goal to not drink forever, but it's been 5 months that I haven't been drinking,
Oh,
and I hate to say it, I feel amazing. I
I
mean,
know. I hate it too.
um, yeah, I decided to stop drinking kind of shortly after that Gaga job because it was um, it was just turning into this like cycle of having a really long day and then being like, oh, I need a drink, and then getting drunk and waking up really hungover. And so of course I have like
Hmm.
another bad day because I'm not problem solving as well as I should. I'm not working as well as I
It's
should.
incompatible with your broader goals. Like it just pulls you
Yeah.
away from what you want to do,
I didn't
which
realize
is annoying.
I know. I love drinking, and I'm not like an advocate for sobriety at all. I guess I
Yeah.
am an advocate for like checking in with yourself, checking in with your habits and your not just substances, but like your routines and your ideologies. Like, just is this serving you? And for
Yes.
me at the time, like being drunk every night just wasn't serving me. And it got to a point where I was like, I can't be hungover at work anymore. I'm just working at a level that doesn't allow for that. So after Gaga, I quickly after Gaga, I decided to stop drinking. It was like early June, and doing this job for Kesha and doing these big builds for Athena, it's like night and day. Unfortunately, I feel so clear headed. I feel so healthy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was like sick all the time. I think I was
Oh,
just. It wasn't just the drinking, but it was like trying to party and trying to be really social while trying to have this career that was sort of on a rocket ship.
yeah. Yeah.
Both of them can't happen at the same time. So I had to make a choice, and I, of course, chose my career. But it's
I'm
nice to
proud of
like,
you for doing that.
yeah, it feels good. And I don't know if it'll be forever. I would like to
Right.
reincorporate it in a way that feels healthy, but it was like, I feel like I've kind of like cracked a code. I feel like I'm like, it's like a cheat code. I'm like, oh, you don't have to be violently hungover on a Saturday and Sunday morning. Like, I can get up and go to the gym. Like, I
Amazing.
feel like I'm like cheating. I wish I'd known this longer, but I mean, we'll see. But right now,
We'll
I'm
see.
not drinking, and it's been really nice.
Okay, well, okay. This was a bit of a trap
Okay, good.
because I was like, okay, he's got a boyfriend now.
Mm,
He is. I'm pretty sure he's either not drinking or he's drinking less.
yeah.
And having achieved his lifetime goal, he should have a little bit more time. And so I bought you some gifts
Oh my
that I
gosh.
would love for you to open.
May I? I have the box. I
Yes,
haven't like
please.
I didn't know if I could open this box or if I should wait. So
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. You were right to wait. You're right to wait.
Okay.
Don't show your
Should I?
address on screen.
Oh yeah. I have scissors. Should I open?
Open it up. Open it up.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet.
Well, I hope you remember way back in the day, you had a little game that you were like, cute or weird? I think you
Oh,
had a
I do remember
tumbler.
that. Yeah.
Yes. Is this cute or is this weird? And so one of them is for like you and your boyfriend, and then
Aww.
one of them is either cute or it's weird, and we're gonna find out together which one.
Okay, let's see. Um. Oh, you're so cute. Oh my gosh. Wait. Okay, I love this.
Okay, good.
It's a
Cute or I
judgy
wasn't
fish.
sure. Cute or weird.
We literally have been working on a puzzle. Not just the two of us, but one of his good friends has a puzzle, and it's a 2,000 piece puzzle, which should be illegal because it's taking months. But we have been puzzling. Wait, I love it. This is a judgy fish puzzle. Oh
Yes,
my
they are
god, so
fish
cute.
being judgy.
This is like honestly very in line with my life lately because I am leaning in hardcore to being like a homebody.
Okay, great.
This is amazing.
Wonderful. Okay, good.
Okay.
Good.
And then this like 100 ways to eat cock. Jerome.
I thought you might be cooking now.
We are cooking. I am cooking. I am actually cooking. 100 of the best ways to eat the tastiest, most juicy cock. Oh my gosh. So that's awesome. It's okay.
Recipes.
I didn't know where that could go.
Yes.
But yeah, I have been cooking.
Know.
I've been grocery shopping and cooking. We're like adulting.
Good.
That's like the chapter of my life right now is we're adulting. This is so cute. Thank you.
I hope the recipes are good.
I don't
know anything about those. I know about the other kind of cock. I don't know about that.
I will report back. And I honestly, like, I think I love chicken. It's like, I know it's kind of boring, but it's like my go-to cooking, like chicken, vegetable, some rice.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's so thoughtful.
Well, the 100 Ways to Eat Cock reminded me of that penis pokey book that we had like
which lived in your house,
ago.
I think.
It did. It was my book, I think. Or was it your book in my house?
It was your book that I somehow ended up with. I think I had it in New York City.
Oh, good.
I don't know where it is now. If you know where the whereabouts of this book, reach out.
It should show back up for the bachelor party.
It should.
That would be such a surprise.
It really should.
Michael's gonna watch this, so it would have been such a surprise.
Yeah, we'll bleep it out. No, I don't know what happened in that book, but I remember it. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, I was worried about the judgy fish.
I love.
He might hate fish. I don't know.
I like fish, and I'm getting into puzzling, so it's perfect timing.
Excellent. That worked out. Now, you get to ask me a question.
Yeah.
I'm on pins and needles. I don't know how this is going to go.
Well,
you know me too well. This could mean a lot. This could go a lot of different ways.
No, I don't know. I don't know. My favorite thing about you is that you're always smiling. Like you're always so joyous. You have such a good energy and such an optimistic energy. So I guess my question is kind of two-part.
Yeah.
What do you look to in this world that like feels so heavy right now? Like everything feels really dark in the news. What's giving you hope? What makes you feel optimistic? Or what's inspiring you right now? And I guess my second question, as we know, you ran for state representative. Do you ever feel inspired to like dip your toes back into local politics?
Oh, those are two very good questions. The things that give me hope are definitely the people that I see in my world, in my network, that are like doing the damn thing. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, like horrible things are happening. And also, William is achieving his life goals.
I didn't mean to make this about me, I promise.
Well, I mean, it's a great example. There are still a lot of wonderful things that are happening in the world. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the architects of the terrible things are pretty old. And so I can play a long game, frankly. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I will say they have done a really good job in like laying out a plan. And to that political question, I am more interested in the planning aspect of our future.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's say we do wait this out for a little while. Well, what are we doing during that time? When we're thinking about what our future looks like, can we spell it out? And can we like draw ourselves a map to get there? And at this point, I'm of the age where I'm like, fine, I'll do it, I guess. Like I was hoping someone else would do it.
It's back to you.
I do some of that in my off time.
Oh, good. I know you're busy.
Yeah. Well, we just had an election here in Minneapolis, and it's good to see like where things are going to be for the next couple of years. And so just with my neighbors, we're talking about like what we can do even just in our city to make it like better for literally everyone else. And so I have no plans on running for office in the immediate future, but that is not the only way that you can affect change for yourself and for others.
More behind the scenes, maybe.
I didn't say that either.
Yeah. Okay.
I am just like an unelected mom energy,
Yeah.
bossy pants.
I love. Well, I look forward to seeing what comes out of that.
Yeah, I think a lot. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, darling, we're coming up on an hour already, which is crazy. This has been wonderful. I usually ask if you have a final thought that you want to share with people. We've shared so many thoughts, so if you don't, it's okay. But if you do, I would love to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I really keep coming back to this idea of like manifesting, which,
yeah,
I guess that sounds so woo-woo. I think just like having goals that maybe feel too big, or it's like we're scared kind of to dream big, and I think it feels almost like childish. Like when you're a kid, everyone's like, what's your dream job, or what do you want to be when you grow up? And I think like we lose some of that like fanciful imagination about like what the possibilities are. And I think like having this articulated dream of mine for so long and being able to achieve it really unlocked like anything's possible. And I think,
there you go.
it doesn't, not to say it doesn't include hard work. Like you have to work towards it. I don't mean like sit in your house and light a candle and hope that something happens. Like you have to work really hard for it. But I think if you put the energy in, really good things will come back to you. And
I work hard, all-nighters. You might crash out multiple times, but
I don't recommend the all-nighters, but working hard and just really taking pride in your craft, whatever that is, it really pays off. So dream big and
saying yes.
Yeah.
Say yes.
And answer the call when people call you.
Nick. Nick, you can just call me and then I'll call him.
I know. I need an agent. I need a manager.
There you go. You're big.
Next goal. Yeah. I'll have some representation. But yeah, I just think, work hard and have big dreams, and you never know.
And go get them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love you. You're wonderful.
I love you so much.
Yay. Let's not go 3 years before we do this again.
Oh my gosh. I know. It's been too long.
Thank you, William, for giving us that fascinating look behind the curtain of celebrity fashion design. I am super proud of you, and I'm excited to have you back in the future. But listen, for next time, I will need you to get into that helicopter. Just for the plot, if nothing else. And to everyone else here, thank you for joining in. We're doing things a little bit differently this time around, so please like and comment on your favorite part of the conversation. I am personally going to be counting the likes and responding to the comments and investing in all of this based on your feedback. So it really does matter. And hey, if you want more content like this in your YouTube feed, then please go ahead and subscribe. Okay? Okay. See you next time.